Hello, this is Mrs. Tate, and welcome to your orientation video. Now, this video applies to both Geometry A and Math 90. The information is pretty much the same, so whether you're in one or the other, it applies to both. So, looking at my homepage here, it may look slightly different from yours because mine is the teacher view, but it is very similar still. So here we are at our homepage. Now here, these 6 icons here will house everything that you need for the course. Again, whether it's Geometry A or Math 90. So we're going to kind of go through each of these briefly as I explain to you a little bit about the course as well as the expectations of the course as well. So if we go to the syllabus, you have this right here, which you can click on and you're able to print the syllabus, or you can actually just view the syllabus straight from here. So if you don't necessarily want to reprint the syllabus, you have all the information right here if you just want to quickly look up something, maybe how much a test is worth or information on late assignments. So looking at our syllabus, for geometry, we meet at 8:30 on Tuesday mornings in room 304, and for Math 90, we meet on Mondays at, I believe it's 12 o'clock in the same room 304. Okay, for geometry, we do have a textbook. It's the Big Ideas Math Geometry textbook. Now, we do have this as an online version, or you are more than welcome to come in and check out a physical textbook as well. For Math 90, there is no textbook, so don't have to worry about there. Canvas, you're obviously already on Canvas. Some other important websites. Remind, we'll get to that, but you should be signing up for Remind to get any announcements or so I can communicate with you about maybe a particular assignment, or if I haven't heard from you in a while, so I can just get a hold of you, see what's going on. And the other important website is Infinite Campus, so you can track your grades, your to-do list, schedule, etc. Now here we have the grade breakdown. I'm going to spend most of the attention here focusing on the chapter assessments. The chapter assessments in geometry are worth 60% of the grade, and I believe there's 60% in Math 90 as well. And in geometry, we do have a project which is worth 10% of your grade. In Math 90, there is not a project. Just a quick note, geometry does span over the entire semester, so quarter 1 and quarter 2, while Math 90, the first part is just quarter 1. So Math 90 is a very quick pace course. Okay. Looking at our assignments, we have this orientation assignment that we're doing right now. You will be watching video lessons. In these video lessons, you will be taking notes that correspond with each video. You are to print out the notes. I will show you later how to do that. Just print out the notes, and then as you're watching the video, just fill in the blanks or complete the example as you're moving forward. You will have practice or homework, which is on Big Ideas Math. Now the thing about this is, for your test, about 50 to 60% of the questions that I will be asking on the test come from this practice or this homework. So if you do not know how to do the homework, then you're probably not going to do very well on the assessment or the test. Okay, or if you are just going online and looking at the answers, that is not going to help you for the test because you cannot use the computer to complete the test for you when you're taking the assessment. So if you have any questions, please come and see me so we can get you that help and you do not fall behind. Okay, along with each assessment, there is a chapter review that you will complete. The chapter reviews are very, very similar to the actual assessments. So if you feel comfortable with the reviews, you should do fine on the assessments. Okay, and the assessments, there is for Math 90, there is 5 over the course of quarter 1, and for geometry, there are 6 assessments spanning over quarter 1 and quarter 2. And those are to be taken in the math room, in the testing center, in the back. When you take your test, you are going to gather all of your note sections. So you've kept all your notes. So let's say you have all of chapter 1 notes. You're going to staple them in order together and turn them in as one packet along with your chapter review. The reason why we collect your notes at the end is so that you have them to study. So again, you turn those notes in the day that you come to take the test. All right, so if we're talking about late penalties, we do have late penalties in both Math 90 and Geometry. We don't have lock dates because if you didn't do something or you didn't do chapter 1, how am I supposed to expect you to know how to do chapter 2 since math builds upon each other? Okay, so no lock dates, but there are late penalties. So for any of the videos or homeworks, you will lose 1 point from whatever score you get if it is submitted late. For the chapter assessments, if you do not complete the test within the time frame given, it will be 10% off each day, each school day that it is late. Okay, same for chapter reviews. There's a 10% penalty if the reviews are turned in outside of that testing window. Okay, so speaking of testing or assessment windows, it is not like a normal comprehensive high school where your whole class comes in on one day and takes a test. Everybody's schedules are different, so they don't come every day. So in our class, the assessment window ranges 4 to 5 school days, depending if there's a holiday. So if we're looking at our calendar, if we look at chapter 1, let's say it runs from Monday to Friday. There's a window. You come in that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday to come and complete that test. And again, that is in the testing center. Okay, that first day is ideally the day to take the test because after that, we're already starting new material and you could potentially start falling behind. Okay, so first day you should be taking that test, and then if you don't take it that first day, the rest of those 4 days are considered makeup test days. Now, an incentive to keep on course, to keep on pace, and take the tests on the first day are assessment corrections. So if you take the test on the first day, if you turn in your homework by that day, the reviews, and all of the guided notes by that day, you are eligible to get test corrections on anything that you got wrong from that test for half points back up to 25%. So you can't completely bomb the test and like remake it up and get 100%. You can get up to 25% back. So let's say you got a 50% on the test, you can get up to 25% back and get a 75%. That significantly helps your grade when tests are worth 60% of the grade. Okay, so take advantage of this. Doing this just is really keeping on pace with the course, so it's not anything that you're doing extra. Okay, and something about homework, there is no maximum number of attempts, so you don't just have 2 tries for a problem. You have an unlimited number of tries. With that being said, you should be receiving basically perfect scores on each assignment because you can try the problem until you are able to get it right. Okay, so even if your homework is turned in but you get a perfect score, that's 1 point off. 4 out of 5, it's not too bad. If you are having trouble with the homework, do not just copy the answers online or copy a friend's. Get help from myself, Mrs. Tate, or if I'm busy, Mr. Tate. Again, if you don't know how to do the homework, you are not going to be successful on the assessments. Okay, so ask for that help. And then just briefly going over that cell phone policy again. I should not see your cell phone. I should not hear your cell phone. It should be put away. I should not see you on social media or looking forever to pick a song. You can listen to music as long as you have one earbud in, you pick a playlist right when you get in there, that's fine. Okay, but I do not want to see it or hear it. First offense is a verbal warning. See it again, it's a call home, and then after that, you'll be sent to the office. Okay? So if we go back home, we have our calendar, which again, you can click here and you're able to print out the calendar. So if you want one for yourself, it has every due date for the quarters. So for quarter 1 and 2 for geometry, and then just quarter 1 for Math 90. So you can plan accordingly. Maybe if you're going, I know there's some people going on vacations, so they can, sort of work around their schedule. They have that there. If we go back home, grades, pretty self-explanatory. You have your grades there. Okay, if we go back home, we have our remind page. So it is a requirement for the orientation assignment that you are signed up for our class remind page. So even if you don't have a phone that can receive text messages or download apps, you can still go to this link here and sign up for Remind. Okay, so this is how to sign up without a mobile phone. Here's how to sign up through the app, and then just through text messages. You can even join right here. As I start posting things on Remind, the feed will actually show up here. So if you didn't want to log on to Remind, you could simply just look at your Canvas if you're already there. Okay, going home, there is a frequently asked questions page, but that is still in the works. But that will have stuff on just login information for different websites, anything that you may have forgotten from this video. Okay, now to weekly assignments. So if you click that, you'll be able to go to the weekly assignments for each week. So we're in week 1, so we're starting here. For this course, you're going to have to go through each assignment to get to the next. So you're going to have to go in order. So in order to go to the science syllabus, you'll need to have completed this orientation quiz. In order to get to Remind, you're going to have to have completed the science syllabus. Okay? So these 3 assignments here are what make up your orientation assignment. You have to complete the quiz. So you're watching this video, and then you're going to complete the questions that come after. You have to receive a score of 100% in order to move on to the next assignment. Okay, because this information is very important, and I don't want you to be confused 4 weeks in that you didn't know something. Okay, so you're going to complete the quiz, then you are going to print the syllabus here, read through the syllabus again, make sure you know the expectations. You're going to sign it, your parents are going to sign it as well, and you're going to turn in just that last page back to me. Just the last page. Okay, I don't need all the information that is for you. Okay, after doing that, you're going to sign up for Remind. It's that same page that I showed you before. Okay, after that, you'll get to this section here, and that is typically what your week will look like. You have 2 to 3 sections each week, and for each section, you have your guided notes. You will print out these guided notes, and these notes correspond to this video, 1.1 notes, 1.1 video. So you will watch the video here. It will not let you skip through the video, and you can't go to the next assignment until you watch the entire video. But as you're watching the video, you're simply just going to fill out your guided notes. So again, just filling in blanks. following along with examples. After you watch the video, then you're going to complete your homework. Okay, so you're going to click this link here. It's going to take you to Big Ideas. So I'm going to click that link. Okay, if it takes me to here, I'm going to go to Login with Clever, and it takes me straight to my Big Ideas math. Okay, you're going to click on assignments, and we were just working on 1.1, and here's your 1.1 practice. Okay, so you'll be able to start that, complete that there, and you'll get credit for that. Remember again, there is an unlimited amount of attempts, so you should be getting 90 to 100 on your homework. Just making sure that you really know how to do the problems. Okay. Typically, you're going to have more than just one section, but since it's the first week, you have the orientation and one section. But that is pretty much it for kind of an overview of the course, how it works on Canvas, and the expectations. And if you do have any questions at all, please ask as soon as possible, because the later you wait, the farther and farther you fall behind. Here at KMA, if you fall behind 1 week, that's like 2 weeks at a regular school. So 2 weeks behind at Lakeside or 2 weeks behind Elsinore. Okay, so get that help. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Again, you can ask myself, Mrs. Tate, or Mr. Tate. We also have Miss Southwood in the room. She can help you as well. Don't be afraid to ask, because we do want you to be successful.